Is this working? Can you hear me? Good morning, everyone. Sunday, June 1st, 2025. We've changed our schedule around a little bit. This is our 10 a.m. meditation. And if you can stick around, at 11, we will be having a first Sunday teaching on joy. Yay! I'm joyous to teach about joy. So in this simple meditation that we practice together, we have two parts. One is a very simple meditation on breathing, and the other is a chant. So one of our students was kind enough to share something from Dharma Moon on about why I quiet my mind, which I think it's very helpful to hear this. The idea that meditation is fundamentally about quieting the mind is a common misconception. Meditation isn't about controlling the behavior of the mind, it's about training the way we respond to it. There's a father and son team, I think it's David Nichtern and Ethan Nichtern, who are writing for Dharma Moon, so I'm sure it's one of them who wrote this. During the earliest stages of establishing a meditation practice, and even further down the line, it's natural to experience frustration with how futile it can feel to try to quiet the mind. This is normal and not an indication that you aren't cut out for meditation. A simple reframing of the goal of meditation practice can bring some perspective to this particular challenge. The idea that meditation is fundamentally about quieting the mind is a common misconception. Meditation isn't about controlling the behavior of the mind. It's about training the way we respond to it. We can't suppress thought and feeling formations from arising any more than we can suppress unwanted phenomena from ever happening in the world around us. But we can act skillfully as possible, creating causes with the highest potential for wholesome effects by training how we respond to and engage with them. In this way, meditation isn't about trying to control our thoughts any more than strength training is about trying to make the objects around us weigh less. Through gradual and intentional conditioning, we increase our capacity and resilience so that our inner and outer realities become more workable to us. Without trying to alter the frequency, content, or nature of our thoughts, mindfulness meditations helps us to change how we relate to them. By witnessing our thoughts non-judgmentally and then choosing to let them go, we come to see reality more accurately and understand how much of the clutter in our minds is actually a result of our own additional narratives. Thoughts will always continue to arise, but they don't linger quite as long, and the temptation to follow them down the rabbit hole becomes less overpowering, creating space. Over time, the mind naturally becomes quieter as a byproduct of this growing awareness rather than from a direct effort to shush our thoughts. We become empowered to let thoughts go or contemplate them with intention if we so choose. By cultivating a gentle yet disciplined way of interacting with our minds, we're able to experience an inner quiet, not just in the absence of thoughts, but in the presence of them too. So that's a very profound piece and very, very helpful to hear. So we use the breath as an object of focus. And in that, we are then letting thoughts come and go. And if we happen to notice that we are carried away by a stream of thoughts, we just recognize distraction, and we bring our attention back to the breathing. What we're actually cultivating is an even, balanced attention that can persist in the face of just about anything. And it takes time. So with the breath, we can observe the breath at the nostrils, at the throat, at the lungs. We can observe the energy of the breath and the do, which is 3 finger widths below the navel, 3 finger widths in. We're just noticing how we're breathing and the effect of the process of breathing at a point 3 finger widths below the navel, 3 finger widths in. And we're gentle. And if thinking is occurring, but our main emphasis is on noticing that movement and the sense of that. It turns out most of us are so centered up here in our heads in the modern situation that bringing attention down into the belly can have a very positive effect on us. We get more grounded. We may become a bit more sensitive to our bodies and what we're feeling. The focus is the process of the movement of the breath, whether we're noticing it at the nostrils, the throat, the chest, or at the do, 3 finger widths below the navel, 3 finger widths in. Thoughts come and go. We let them. We notice that we've lost it completely and we're on a big shopping trip or a big reminiscence or a big plan. The moment we are aware of that, we let go and we bring our attention back. We don't beat ourselves up. We don't make judgments about ourselves. We just notice. Distracted. We bring it back. The second meditation we do is given to us by our teacher in Tibet, Adzom Pela Rinpoche. It uses sound and focus with the same principles obtaining. We chant the sacred syllable Hong twice. If you really wanted to visualize how to spell that in English, H-O-O-N-G might not be bad. Hong. And there's what we call a glottal stop at the end. Hong. And we do Hong, Hong, twice, chanting. Everyone at their own pace. And we focus on our breath, our sound, our mind, all united. We're paying attention to the chant process. Chant, breath, sound, mind, all united. And we chant Hong, Hong. Are there any questions on what I just said by way of instruction? Okay. So we have a book that we send around within which we put names of people for whom we care to share our positivity at the end of our session. And people online, you can submit names of people who you care for, who you wish for us to hold in mind. People who are ill, people who are sick, people who have passed, animals. There's a thought in our tradition that we can share our positivity to those who are in need of assistance. So we start by sensing our source of support. What we're sitting on. We're sitting on the earth. If we're sitting on a chair, on a carpet, on the floor, on a bed, ultimately the earth is supporting us, but what we're really paying attention to is the sense of contact, the literal sensation of contact with what is supporting us. Again, we tend to run with our minds forward and back. Sensation is in the immediacy of the present. Our present is a freshness, a reality. It can be an anchor beyond the ruminations about the future and the past. So we start by centering ourselves on the sense of contact, that connection with what supports us, and we feel into it. Many of us are not used to spending time feeling our physical sensations. We often avoid our physical sensations. So here we are counteracting that tendency and actually sensing what it feels like when we're sitting on a floor, on a chair, on a bed, sofa. What does that contact feel like? Allow yourself to arrive at the immediacy of that experience. So that is our first pillar of support. And we hold ourselves relatively straight without tension. We might tuck our chin in a little bit, which elongates the neck, which is supportive of the flow of energy. And our second source of support is our physical body. Our spine, our vertebrae, our ribs, the whole structure of the skeleton, our muscular structure. It's built to support us. And if we are aligned relatively straight, we don't have to fuss and strain. It will support us. And that's the second pillar of support. And then in the spiritual physiology of Tibetan Buddhism, there is the belief that there is a central channel of energy flowing from 3 finger widths below the navel and 3 finger widths in, just in front of the spine. So a little channel of energy that flows from that spot called the do all the way to the top of the head. And that during meditation, that is aligned and open. And when things are going well, there's a movement of calm energy. In that central channel. But the central channel itself is considered our third pillar of support. And so having placed the 3 pillars of support in place, see which place is most comfortable for you for observing the process of breathing, and begin by placing your attention on that process and see if you can move from any sense of distant observing into actually resting in the process and the sensation itself that is occurring, that you're noticing with your breath. So we place our attention on breathing, and then we rest in the point where we have the clearest sense of the process. If you're in the deep belly, you're not noticing the movement of wind per se, you're noticing the process of breathing. Movement and energy of breathing as it affects your deep belly. At the nostrils, or the throat, or the lungs, you may have a specific set of sensations. Notice, place your attention on that, and then see if you can rest in that experience itself. Thoughts, feelings, images may come and go. Let them go. And if you get thoroughly lost and carried away, when you come out of it, that's a moment of clarity in your meditation, and bring that clarity back to the process of observation. now begin the chanting. Again, we will be chanting Hong, Hong, twice at our own pace. And we're sending the breath out with the sound, and we're unifying our breath, our attention, our chanting, and letting that all be the focus. This is a sacred syllable, the sacred syllable of the heart mind of the enlightened ones. So we're uniting with the energy of the heart mind of the enlightened ones, letting that awakened state become present in our own experience to the extent possible. And if there are any distractions that come up, we let them come and go. We don't try to fight with them. We don't try to forcefully prevent them. If we get thoroughly carried away when we realize that's occurred, once that realization is present, we are awake. We bring that awakeness back to our process of chanting. Om, Om, Om. Bring your mind back to noticing your breath, placing your attention on the breathing, and then settling into the sensations that you're experiencing as you're breathing. Gently, kindly being with yourself. Let thoughts come and go. Let go of them. Don't follow them. Don't get absorbed into them. If you notice you've gotten lost, with that notice, you've woken up. Bring your attention back to the process. Placing your mind on the breath, settling into that process. The nostrils, throat, lungs, or in your deep belly. Om, 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 Bring your attention back to the breath. Could I have the book of names? Forgot to do our initial aspiration, and when we do our aspiration then and our bodhicitta, and then we'll do our concluding prayers. May all beings always have happiness and its causes. May all beings always be free of pain and its causes. May all beings always be pain-free and live happily. May no beings ever cling to those near nor spurn those far. For as long as space abides, as long as the world remains, just so long may I be there, resolving all beings' pain. And by this good may I swiftly once become a great guru, lead all beings, everyone, to reach to that very ground. With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala. And today, along with all sentient beings throughout space, we dedicate the merit and the virtue of our practice together to Alberto, Camila, Cazol, Danny, and the Bardo mom, and the Bardo Valerie, Amy, Tex, Darcy, Nancy, Carolyn Streebling's cancer battle, Cheryl's healing, Pat's healing, Madeline's healing, Catherine, Sylvia, Rolanda, Noah, Emma, Nathaniel, Penny, Simon, Brandy, Leah, Terry, Mom, Mike, Claudia, Katie, Kelly, friends who lost their jobs this week, friends and family in Taiwan, Nancy, Knott, Bardo, Jay, Lauren, Chnati Devi, Choti Devi, Grandma, Mario, Randy and Brenda Lowe, Anna and Nancy Sullivan. We'll conclude with an ah for everyone, and then Emily, if there's some announcements, we'll have them then. Sending good wishes to all beings throughout space, including ourselves. Don't leave, we'll have announcements, and then at 11 Central, we're going to have a teaching on joy. So please don't go anywhere. We'll have a 10-minute break so you can stretch and do what you need to do for.
Yeah, so this summer so far is a little bit light. As you are all aware, we started a new summer schedule. So meditation is now 10 a.m. instead of 11, with teachings at 11 on first and third Sundays. And we'll continue this Joy, Attention, and Love series. There are descriptions of what the sessions will be online if you want to get a preview of what we're going to be talking about these next sessions. June 22nd, which is the Sunday after Father's Day, is when we're going to start having yoga here at 9 a.m. with Dr. William Kritsonis. I took a class with him. He's quite skilled at adapting for every level. So I'm really excited to have him here to teach us. The schedule for Dzogchen Cycles meetings is going to come out soon. We're working on dates for that. So if you're in Dzogchen Cycles and you're wondering when our next peer support meeting is and when our follow-up meeting is, that's going to come out soon. And our next Dzogchen Cycles retreat is in September. June 28th or 29th, it's a Saturday, we're going to be at the Houston Pride Festival. I'm very excited. Quite a few of you have volunteered. We're going to have a schedule out soon because we don't want people, it's so hot. We don't want people there more than a few hours at a time. So we're going to have a schedule soon, and then we're going to see how many more volunteers we need. But going to the festival is super exciting. We're at a table, we give away things for free, and we talk to people about Buddhism if they're curious, and what we do here at Dawn Mountain. Did I miss anything, Harvey?
I don't think so.
Awesome. Thank you. I think probably we'll have a couple minutes to take a break and stretch because I think we need it. We'll be getting ready for teaching.